What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel as well as on Twitch, so make sure you come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name Aftersound, and I do have a new song out recently called Don't Forget About Me, the Supernova version, so check it out. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate the support. All right, guys, we have a pretty interesting proposal here that was kind of co-sponsored by the team, right? So you got the DAO and the team working together to do this crypto gaming recovery fund. And while there have been, I think it was Ember Sword that recently went under. There's been a lot of games recently that have, or projects, I should say, that have been failing, and it's been a long, brutal bear market. This has only been a Bitcoin only bull run. And what is interesting from a marketing perspective is I think that this is a really cool idea. And I'm not going to get into all the details of the proposal here. I think if you want to feel strongly one way or another, you should really do your own research. I'm not going to try to sway you one way or another, although I will say that I am very much in favor of it. And to me, the broader point here is that this is why I think Splinterlands is going to be a leader in the crypto gaming space. Now, this is a big deal for me. This is a big deal for me because a couple of years ago, I resigned myself to the fact that I did not think Splinterlands was going to be a leader in the space. But things have changed. I think that we've seen the team overcome quite a bit. And early on, when I joined the game, when I joined the project, I thought Splinterlands was going places. I thought, everything, I mean, again, it was like hype, bull run, everything was crazy, everything was good times. Then obviously there was a lot that happened with, the bear market. There was a leadership change. There were the layoffs. There was just other projects coming into the space that were better funded, right? And had interesting projects or interesting games and ideas and all these different things. And what I ended up seeing is, and you could probably go back and find it in my videos maybe a year or two ago, or probably 2 years ago, where I started to scale down my expectations of what I thought Splinterlands could be, right? Whereas now, with this crypto gaming recovery fund, I'm seeing the leadership of Dave, of Blaze, of Clay, right? Being able to come in and look at Splinterlands holistically as a project and how do we get out there and reach the masses, right? And this is not, this isn't any shade on Matt. Like, this is like Matt's focus, and what Matt really excels in is creating an awesome game, like an awesome product, right? And this is what he's focused on now. And that's why I think, bringing Dave in and having Dave work with Blaze and obviously Clay with this idea to be able to be a leader in the space, right? To lead by example. Now, Splinterlands doesn't have the coolest game or the flashiest graphics or, a ton of money and funding behind it, but it does have a solid track history of surviving through 2 bear markets now and a rabid fan base. And I know a lot of people are going to look at that and say like, okay, there's like 1,000 players here, maybe 500 players. But yeah, man, those players keep spending money. There are people who hardcore believe in this project, right? And they vote with their dollars. They vote with their dollars or their DEZ or whatever you want to call it. And so to me, that actually is a pretty big deal. And I do think if the team can go about this in a way where this crypto gaming recovery fund can be an onboarding for many players, disenfranchised people out there who are in, who lost, some assets in a game or whatever it is, this can be a way for the team to appropriately reach out and offer a way for, these players who are already Web3 and crypto gaming savvy. They're already in that space, but a lifeline to come and check it out, right? So I think that if this is done, again, respectfully and appropriately, this could actually be pretty big. Again, I don't want to overhype myself. All I'm saying is that you don't see any other projects doing this. And this is why I'm coming back to Splinterlands actually being a leader in this space. So let's go ahead and dive into the details. That was just my little spiel of why I think that this is really important and I'm voting for it. And I think that you should consider voting for it, or at least consider voting, period. But here's the main deal, right? This is like a 7-year project where they want to allocate 100,000 Rebellion packs and 30 million SPS that is taken from the LP incentives that are no longer being distributed. Right, so that was turned off. We had that inflation turned off. 30 million SPS, 100,000 Rebellion packs. Now, what I want to expound on here and just emphasize real quick is something that Dave mentioned. This is a 7-year thing, and so if we just do it for a year, what is the risk? Well, it's 2 million SPS and 5,000 Rebellion packs. That's not anything crazy. If we do it for 2 years and we decide that it doesn't really work well, and there's a DAO vote that comes in to stop this, it's going to be 4 million SPS and 15,000 Rebellion packs. Again, not the end of the world. But if you can create an incentive for people who are disenfranchised or who lost whatever it is, through their projects or things that they were involved in, if they're still in the space looking for something that has a track record, that has a community that they can join. And I would say Splinterlands, the Splinterlands community is one of the best in terms of welcoming people in. And we have the infrastructure already for people to come in, send them packs, send them DEC, delegate cards, right? It just makes it so easy and welcoming. I experienced it when I joined. I'm sure many of you as well did as well, right? So this could actually be a really big deal. And this is not me wanting or hoping that other projects fail. It's just, I know, just simple math and probability and statistics, that many projects do fail. And this is not even like a crypto specific thing, right? Like, well, I don't know what the stat is, but X amount of percentage of businesses fail. So at the end of the day, we are probably going to see many other boom and bust cycles within crypto, within Bitcoin, and just within the macro. And having something like this in place, right? It may not be a big deal now. It may not even be a big deal next year, but just having something in place and Splinterlands kind of being the leader for this, not only allows us to use it as a way to market to new players, but as I said earlier, be a leader in the space that maybe others will either want to join or others may want to copy, right? And maybe others do it better, right? But at least we did it first. So that may not always be the best thing, but we'll always have that. So again, this is more so just me kind of feeling very I don't know what the word is, but my thinking has shifted quite a bit on this. And again, my love for Splinterlands has never changed. It's just I had to scale down my expectations after that first round of layoffs because I was like, man, I really think this game could be huge on the esports scene. I saw it. We kind of got a little preview of it during Splinterfest, and there was just a bunch of really cool stuff that happened. And then obviously the team had went through a bear market and had to kind of refocus, trim the fat, refocus on what they needed to do, and really laser in and prioritize on a lot of things. And now that they've done that, I mean, here we are coming out the other side with $2.5 million pre-sale. There's packs selling every day, right? There's new players joining. We're doing partnerships with guilds. Other projects are failing while we're actually doing pretty well. So, and again, well is relative, right? But on the whole, I am excited to see where this goes. And I highly recommend that you guys check it out, do your research, and then vote one way or another. But that is all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I will catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.